Hello and welcome to another video of Abstract Thesis series, and in today's video we are going to discuss the visual level format strings which has been released in August 2024. So let me quickly jump onto the August 2024 notes. And in August 2024 notes, if you scroll a little bit down, you get this new feature which is visual level format strings. Now you might be knowing that visual level and calculations have came few days back, and you would like to format those strings, and there was this challenge: how do we format? Now this option has came, and there are various things which has been supported now. So it is not only supporting at the visual level, but it has been done in a manner that you can do it at the model level, visual level, and the element level. So let's understand this feature. First of all, let me click on that, scroll down. So visual level format strings, let's understand this feature. Visual level format strings are here, providing you with the more options to configure formatting. You can configure the formatting. Originally built for visual calculation, this has been actually built for the visual calculation. The core ability that the visual level format strings provide is the ability to format visual calculation. Basically, it allows you to format the visual calculation, which is basically when you create these new visual calculation or visual level calculation, you format them. Visual calculations are not in the model. You cannot format them unless you are using them in data labels or a specific part of the card and new slicer visual. So basically what happens is, because we were formatting our measures at the model level, and then if we want to format them further, we were formatting them in the data labels and few places in the card visual slicer. Other than that, we were not able to format. And if you want to format your visual calculation, that's the option we were using. Now, we would like to go beyond that, and we would like to format them at the visual level. So with visual level formatting string, you can do that. So means you will be able to format the visual calculations of. So visual level format string, however, are useful even without visual calculation. They are also useful. What are the three levels? Now we can do it. Model level, we format this the model level. So you can set the format for columns and measures in the model. Anywhere you can use that column or measure, the formatting of this be applied unless overwritten by a visual calculation or element level form. What is the visual level then? This is what is introducing here or introduced today with this release notes. You can set the format of the string, any column or a measure or a visual calculation that is on your visual. Even they already had a format string. In cases the model level format string were written, visual level format string would be used because this visual level will have higher priority over the model level. Now next come the element level. You can set the format for data labels and specific elements of the new card and new slicer visual. This will be dependent, including much more in the future. Any format string you set here will override the format string on the visual at the model. So now you have been explained, element level, selected element on a selected visual, measures or column, and visual calculation. Both it applies. Selected visual applies to measures and columns and visual calculations model. It applies to all the pages and the reports on the same model. And which one will impact it has been given here. So first is model level. If you have the visual level will apply. If you have the element level, then the element level settings will apply. Now it has been explained from where you can get the model level. So model level you can either set from the measure tool or the column tool, or you have these properties under the modeling from where you can apply the model level setting. For visual level, you can find it under the data format once you open and select the visual. Or when you further go down, let's say you want to set up the data label. Inside the data label, further you can go ahead and change the formatting of your measure using the format strings. So this example has been given. Now the total is shown as scientific notation, but only in the data label, not in other places, such as tooltip as shown below. Notice how the element level formatting is used in the data label, but the visual level model format string is still used for the other elements in the same visual. Now we have understood this feature detail. Time has come that we go to Power BI desktop and explore this feature out. So let's move to the Power BI desktop, and here I'm going to add a new page, and in this new page I'm going to add a table visual. In this table visual, let me bring in brand. Let me also bring in line. And let me duplicate it in a bar visual, because not every property applies everywhere. In the bar visual, let me go ahead and enable the data labels also. So I'll open the property pane and I will enable now the data labels. As you can see, data is now displayed in millions, and this happens because of the data label properties. So go to data labels, go down and then open values, and inside the values you will see the display format is auto and you can change it as per your requirement. So now let's go ahead and first of all look at the formatting of the measure. This click on the measure. Under the measure tool you will be able to see the formatting of the measure. Right now the formatting is journal and all other values are set to the default values. So let's start by changing the format. So I can click on the format and start writing down my own format. So I would like to write down a format hash, comma, hash, 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 and I'll not give any decimal place or zeros after that. Now, if you see the other things were disabled, and if you look at my net value here now, net has no decimal place. It has been formatted using the million format. Let's look at the bar visual, and in the bar visual on the tooltip, you will see it is following the model format. We have to now discuss the label format. But before that, let's experiment with the properties of table visual. I can go to properties and under which I can find data format. I don't want to set up for brand, but I would like to set up it for net, which is auto as of now following the model level formatting. I can click into the format and replace it with the million format of hash, comma, hash, 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 dot zero. So I will now get one decimal place. Press enter to commit and now go back to the table visual where we have done this. You can see one decimal place is coming, which is the visual level format different from the model level. Now to explore the additional properties, what we are going to do is we are going to go to the bar visual and try to set up some visual level and elements level formatting. I go to the bar visual here, and in the bar visual I go to the properties and I have data format and I want to give a data format. Now the format which I given for a table visual definitely not going to apply here. So I will give the same format here, hash, comma, hash, 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 dot zero. It means one decimal place. You will observe no difference in the data label, but when you go to the tooltip, you see it is one decimal place in the million format, and that is what we wanted. So now my visual is following the visual level format, but I am missing a visual with a global format. So what I am going to do here is I am going to add one additional visual here. So let me add a bar visual here, and inside this bar visual, I will go ahead and add net and brand from the item table. And now if you look at this visual, you have the global format. Now we would like to go ahead and experiment with the element level formatting. So let me click on the first bar visual which I've created and go to the data labels. In the data label, let's scroll down till the values. And inside the values, we have display unit. You can select the display unit as null, and you will observe that now the labels are also following visual level format. In display unit, you can also choose any other formats like thousands, million, billion, etc. You can prefer to choose auto format. Auto is one of the most common format we use. And once you are using auto format, you can decide the number of decimal places. Let's say you can change it to 1 or 2. Now I would like to give a custom format. The moment I choose it, it shows me the visual level format. Let's start writing down now. Hash, comma, hash, 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 the million format, dot double zero. And dot double zero means you have to show 2 decimal places. In place of 00, if I would have used hash, hash, it means the digits are optional. It means if there is a 1 digit, it will show 1 digit, not 2 digits after the decimal. So let's look at this line where we have 7.0. If I would have used hash, hash after the decimal, it would have only shown 7, not 70. So double zero makes it compulsory to have 2 decimal places. We are now using 3 different formatting for this measure net. So if I click on this measure net, you will see at the model level, we don't have any decimal places. And if you go to the tooltip of the second bar visual, you don't see any tooltip. On the table visual, you see the visual level format with 1 decimal place. On the first bar visual, you see on the data label, the 2 decimal places means the element level formatting, and in the tooltip, you see the visual level formatting. Now we have explored the format string feature at measure level, visual level, and the element level. But the visual level format string feature has came for the visual calculation. So let's go ahead and explore one visual calculation too. Let me add a visual calculation on the table visual. The calculation I want to add here is next. Next of the net I want, it means it's going to give me the next row. Let me press enter and it is giving me a calculation which is giving me next, but the formatting is not following any of the format which we have done at the model or the visual level. We need to change the format, and to change the format, we'll go to the format pane properties, and inside this we will choose this calculation, and now here we can give a format what we want. hash comma hash 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 the million format, and as you can see the calculation is showing without any decimal place, but net is following its own format, which is basically having one decimal place. Now you have seen how to format a visual calculation at the visual level. We have now learned how to format at element level, visual level and model level. So why don't you go ahead and try out visual level format strings, and do let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.